and welcome to Anna's Crafty Amore. I'm Anna. Today I'd like to show you some finished objects. Well, I've got one finished object, but I will show you some finished objects that I don't have with me, but I have finished them recently, and I'll put some photos up of them because they've been sent away and they've been received by the recipients. Also, I've got a few WIPs, and I've got a very old WIP as well that I'd like to show you. But first of all, we'll get straight into it, and did you see something? Oopsie. I'll show you a few videos ago I did ask for recommendations on what to do with a little doll's head that I had. Well, it looked like a doll's head. It was a part body and head that I made. It's an amigurumi, and I was making it for my youngest grandson, who is now 2. But anyway, I did take on some of the great ideas. I do thank you for giving me the wonderful ideas, and I've come up with this. It's so cute. It started out as a caterpillar, which I thought, oh, caterpillar. Then I just kept crocheting and crocheting, and I made it into a butterfly. This is my own creation of butterfly wings. Started off as like a half circle, and I thought I'll do one side, and then I did the other side. And when I attached, well, just before I attached it to the body, as the body goes down like this, before I attached it to the body, it didn't seem quite big. You couldn't quite see the wings from this side, and they come down to a peak here as well. But it's gorgeous. So this is the bottom part of the wing, and it comes down to a pico, like a peak, and it's sort of like a mandala with a few extensions. And I did the wings quite big so that they would be almost as if it was fluttering past, you know. And I put, I don't know what these are properly called, but I call them antennas. And I just stitched on a mouth and some eyes. Because when I did show you originally, it was only sort of up to here. And I had the head part done, the neck, and then this part. So then I did decrease when I added a few different colours, which this yarn here is the same as what you see here. And then I continued with this coloured yarn here. It's sort of like a very mild mint, sort of a green colour. And the yarn that I used is called Knit Pearl. It's 100% acrylic, and it's an 8-ply yarn. So that's it there. That's the banner for the mint coloured one. And this one that has, it's got blues, it's got a little bit of like a greeny mint colour in there with the red as well, and different blues. It's the same Knit Pearl as well, but this is a newer acrylic, so they changed the labels. They changed it from that one to that one. But this one is readily available here in Australia, and it is, like I said, 100% acrylic. It's 85-gram ball, and it looks, let's see if I've got another one here. Well, this one here is wrapped up, but it's similar. There's a variety of colours, and majority of the Knit Pearl, they have some solids, but they also have a lot of variegated yarns. So it comes in all different colours. So you've got like this one here is all variegated. That's all variegated, and then this one, which is really pretty, all nice variegated yarn. So that's what became of the amigurumi, and it's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's big enough like to hold in the arms. It's quite big. I'd have to measure to see how big that is. It's probably almost maybe 80 centimeters, I think. But I love its face and its little this here. So what I did here with the antennas, I just did. I think it was 10, was that 3, 6, 9, I think it was 12 chains, and then I slip stitched down back to the chain, and then I just attached it to the top of the head and they curl back on their own. Quite cute. So that's gorgeous. So that's the butterfly. Haven't given it a name yet. Maybe in the comments down below you can advise on a name for him, her, she, Jim. Okay, so next is an old WIP that I have. I'd like to show you. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen when I first started this. This was from around June last year. And my inspiration to get this started, to make these little hexagons, was from Kathryn from Crafternoon Treats. She made a hexagon, I think it was like a shawl come wrap, but I was sort of thinking along the lines of like a little throw blanket. We'll see how many I end up. And plus I'm using a lot of scraps, so I've got like this one here, some bits and bobs of old scrap yarn, and all it is just a what would you call that, 3-row hexagon. Yes, so you've got you can see here you've got the center, which you work around a magic ring, then you've got the second row and then the third row. So it's a six-sided hexagon, and we've got so there's that color there. Got that color. There's plenty. I'll show you the bag. There's plenty here that I've made, but it's nowhere near completing it for a blanket. So this one here, so I just added a couple of different colored centers on some of them. That was that yarn there. This is all 8-ply yarn, and it's all the Knit Pearl brand of 8-ply acrylic yarn. It's fairly soft. As you're working with it, it's quite good. It doesn't split or anything. And I'm using a 4mm for this project. 4mm hook. There's another one with another center on it. I've got more. This one here, using up. I like how it comes out. It looks like flowers almost. Nice with the different centers in the middle. It's to try and incorporate some of the yarns that I had, so so that way it will all sort of blend. Some of them are just solid like this, still with variegated yarn, and then others have the center. So like this one here has got the center of that, to sort of tie it all in. And this one here, these are all just one color. This yarn here was a Lincraft yarn, but it's the same weight. It's the same 8-ply, which what we call here in Australia 8-ply would be similar to a, I think that's a 3 weight, or possibly a DK elsewhere. Yeah, it's quite good. It's very easy to work with. It's like I said, it lends itself to it lends itself to multiple variations. So that's what I'm working on. So I think eventually it's going to be a little blanket, but I haven't decided which color or colors I'm going to be using to join them all together, and how I'm going to do that, I don't know. What I might do is lay it all out on the bed, take a photo, and then transform that photo to a black and white photo and see how the color variations are. I heard that little trick from, who was it that said that? Oh, that's right, Kate from the Last Homely House by the Sea. She's here on YouTube, and she does that for her quilt blocks. So that way when she's pinned out all her quilt blocks, if they're all different varying colors, she takes a photo, transforms that photo into a black and white photo, and then she can see areas that might be pooling, if you will, where it's pooling too much dark colors, too much light colors, and then you can move things around. So I might use that trick for that one there. Now also I've got another WIP which here is it's part of the crochet, no, start again, it's part of the, oh yes, Crochet Cardigan Challenge. silly me, crochet cardigan challenge that has been put forward to everyone by Jeanette of DOYcreations. And I'd just like to show you. Now, the yarn that I had chosen was this knit crate yarn, and this yarn is the chainette ply. It's probably a little bit hard to see, but it's a chainette ply. You can probably see it a bit better there. And I'm also using this here. It's also a knit crate yarn. I'll just get the tags out, it's probably better. Okay, so this one here is Vidalana. I got this not last year, the year before, I think. And it is, the colorway is called Mittens, and it's 48% merino wool, 20% baby alpaca, and 32% organic cotton. It is very feather light, soft. It's beautiful. It's a DK weight, and it is 274 yards, 250 meters, and it was a 100 gram hank, which I had wound it into the cakes. So that's, I've got 4 of them all together, so that's another one there. It's a little bit messy towards the end, but I've got 4 of those, and I've got 1.5 of this one. This one here is also a knit crate yarn, and it's knit crate Uru yarn. It is it's a silk DK. It is super soft, just like the other one with the alpaca in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colorway is called Torpilli. The color is a little bit that's sort of true to the color there. Same with this one. I think goes nice together. This Torpilli is 85% merino wool and 15% silk. It's a DK weight as well. I think because this one is the chain construction, it seems to look thicker, but when you're working with it, it's not. It looks around the same. It's 300 yards, so 274 meters in a 100 gram hank, which I wound it into a cake. The reason why I had 1.5 was the other half of this, I had made my sister and brother-in-law some fingerless mittens, which I'll put in a photo in here as well. And they absolutely love them, so they've got those now. But anyway, so the cardigan that I'm making is sort of loosely based on a pattern that I saw in Ravelry. Sort of loosely based on that, but I'm making it differently. The way the lady made the pattern, which is, just one moment, I'll just get the pattern. Okay, I'm back. So the pattern that I'm sort of loosely following is called the Sydney cardigan. That's better. And it's by Hannah Jan, which is Hannah Cross, and it's a paid for pattern. But I'm sort of going to be doing it differently, only because, as you know, when you're crocheting along, when you first crochet a chain, if you just do a chain and then you start working into the chain, sometimes, which I should have known better, and I should have used a larger crochet hook to do my chain and then gone to the recommended crochet hook, which I'm using a 5mm hook. The pattern recommends a 4.5, but I just wanted it to be a bit more, how can I say, more drapey, a bit more looser, so I'm using a 5mm hook. So I noticed that the piece, because this is my foundation chain, it's sort of pulling in slightly, just slightly. So what I thought I would do is I would, I'll just show you. I'm going to make half of it, so let's say the left half, and then I'll make the right half, and then I'll join it. So we'll have like a seam going down the middle back and 2 seams under the arm, because the concept of the way you make this, I'll put it on and I'll show you. So it'll be the front, and then you make a panel, you join it up here on the sides, so that'll be joined on the sides, then you add the arm to it, and then you go around and do the collar. That's sort of the concept. But I'm doing it, like I said, I'll be doing it in 4 pieces, so it'll be a left, a right, 2 sleeves, put it all together. But it's working up nicely. I'm using a double crochet as well as a half double crochet. That's in US terms, and I think that equates to a treble and a half treble in UK terms. So it's coming on nicely. I've got these just these simple stitch markers going along to count every 20, because it was over 200 stitches that I had to start off with. But it's coming along nicely, so I'll give you a progress on how I'm going shortly. You can see here, sort of, it pulls in where I started. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'll make it in 2, so that way it'll all be fine. It'll all work out good. But I'll give you a progress as we're going along with that. And it works up pretty fast with the treble crochet and the double crochet. It does work up pretty fast. It's just alternating rows. That's what I'm doing. But that's not exactly what Hannah does in her Sydney cardigan. It is lovely though. It's a beautiful pattern. Absolutely beautiful pattern. So what else did I want to show you? Oh yes, I wanted to show you this. Now this is for knitters. Crocheters can still use this as well. But I wanted to show you. These are from Rainbow and Sprinkles. And Rainbow and Sprinkles has an Instagram account, and she also, Megan is the lady's name, she also has a website, which I'll put the details in below. And they're needle stoppers. Aren't they absolutely adorable? They're like they feel like a silicone type. So if I take one off, so it's got the little hole where you put it, there's your knitting needles. So these are the Hexagon knitting needles. This knitting needle is a double pointed knitting needle, and you just pop it on top and it holds, so that way you can protect your ends of the needles, but also it'll stop any stitches from falling off. And if you're using double pointed needles, you can use it as a, because it does fit in nice and snug, you can use it as a, that's a double pointed needle, you can use it as a to stop any stitches falling off there as well. They're absolutely adorable. So that was just one moment. I'll put the details in below. I'll just show you a little bit of it. I don't want to show her address. So that's Rainbow. Is that coming up clearly? I'll just go there. Rainbow and Sprinkles. Yes, Rainbow and Sprinkles. I thought I got it wrong there for a minute, but they're absolutely gorgeous. There's a little pink fox, and she has so many, all different. And also the beauty of this too is you can use it on your crochet hook. Just one moment, I'll get a crochet hook and I'll show you. Okay, so like I said, you can use these on your crochet hook. So you can either put the crochet hook, use it on the top. That is just a Boy 3.25mm crochet hook. So you can put it on the top, or alternately, you can put it on the end. So they fit on the crochet hook as well. But do check her out. She has so many. At the moment, she's got mermaids and llamas and hedgehogs and all different other kind of, all different, and just a plethora of different styles and assortments. And also I've got this as well. So this is how they come. They come beautifully packaged. So this one is, I might take it out of the packaging. This was a set that came with 3 different needle stoppers. They all fit the same sort of size. So we've got the butterfly, and we've got this beautiful marbled one. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got these beautiful pink roses, which I'm keeping this aside. I'm going to be having a giveaway for Mother's Day, and who knows, it might be in there for the giveaway. But that's all I have for you today. I'd like to thank you for joining me to come and see my WIPs and finished objects, and I will talk to you soon. I hope everyone takes care. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and like I said, comment, see what we're going to call this fellow. See what we're going to call it. Thank you. Bye bye now.